And good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Monday morning, brand new work week. And I tell you, I've got some brand new stuff that we're going to be talking about today that's going to be absolutely, as I would say, fantabulous. And you can be a part of it right here at Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV. Trusting you had a wonderful weekend, and we're going to kick this week off with some things that's absolutely positive. You know, I believe that we overcome the negative with the positive, and I've got some great things to share with you today. As always, I invite you to be a part of this show where you can call in at 850-432-7768 or simply text that number if you'd like to ask some of our guest questions. Let me say this to you. Welcome in to the hottest spot in town, and that is Sunshine's Corner, where you can talk about those things that are difficult. But today we're going to be talking about something that puts smiles on your face. I want to welcome in my two wonderful guests that's always, I tell you, Jermaine, you're my lifesaver. And I'm pretty sure everybody's used to Jermaine being here, but we've got Shawn Yabui on with me today. And look, this man right here is monstrous when it comes to a camera. He is monstrous when it comes to creating those videos, and now he's got even people like MC Lights shouting him out. So, hey. But thank you guys for getting up early, coming in to join with me today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you. And look, we got something to talk about today. We're talking about movies. We're talking about what you created right here, people, in Pensacola. And I'm not even going to give the title because I like the people who's doing the work to get the credit. I heard you guys talking when I was, I was taking notes in my head. No, this started back then. No, that was that way. But we're going to roll over here first, Jermaine. We're going to go over to Shawn Yabui and going to ask him about how is it that you guys have gotten thus far, because we're talking about a movie premiere that's going to be happening here in just a little while.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us how it all got started, Shawn.
I don't know, we met like 13 years ago on a show that was produced by Moby. And back then we were thinking about doing a non-violent project. But, time, it didn't not mesh, but we didn't have the time at that time. We had a lot of things going on.
Right.
But then eventually, a couple years ago, with his show, Rescue Addiction, we kind of met up again and started talking about it. And then finally now we got together. I mentioned something about a project because I want to do something about mental health. And then he just ran with it.
I tell you.
Yeah, he can tell you. He's just an incredible writer. Man.
You give him the ball, he's going. You gotta say, wait, let me catch up.
Yes. Once you tell this guy, get this guy an idea, boom, it's done the next day pretty much. So he could elaborate on his what he did to write the script.
I mean, Jermaine, you wrote this whole
yes,
premiere.
Yes, ma'am.
Look how he smiled like, no problem. Yes, I did. So, okay. But tell us about that because, everybody, they're going to be used to your face because, look, he just looked like he's my co-host because I always call him to be here, right? Because he's got so much under his belt. But talk about that, Jermaine.
Yes, ma'am. Before I go into that, I do want to say continued prayers to the Clarity family. I'm wearing the jersey of Ladarius Clarity. Today's his 3rd death anniversary, and also prayers to Roy Jones Jr. family. Your boy called me. I was out speaking in Seattle, and he had a great idea and about a film or something. He just wanted to do something for mental health, and I'm not going to say their name, but a flight company had me laid over for 18 hours. It took me 18 hours to get back from Seattle to Pensacola. So I had a lot of time to think about it. And I called him when I touched back down, and I told him a revised of what he told me. And it took me a week to write the script, and then we shot the film in a week, and then we edited in a week. So in 3 weeks, we were done. From the time he called me.
Right. Now, the name of the movie is?
It's Clinical.
Check that out, guys. It is clinical. I mean, but with the work that you've done, and I'm thinking, you said you wrote this movie in a week.
Yes, ma'am.
A week?
Yes, ma'am.
Unbelievable. Then you came back and recorded and edited in how long? A week?
A week, but it was a collaborative effort. Everything was a collaborative effort. Once you write the script, and then we get to the set, and then we start to collaborate on ideas, not just from us. Maybe the actors might have something to say.
Yeah. Oh, so how many? I'm not cutting across you, Shawn.
Go ahead.
But okay, how did you get your actors? Did you hold auditions? I didn't even get an audition.
We got you next time, I promise.
I mean, shucks, man, I'd be up there going with the wind fabulous.
I tell you, we got a lot more stuff planned. We have a ton, so we got you, definitely.
But tell me about how did you get the actors in this one? Because I see on there you've got lots of people that saw Tawana House is a part of this.
Well, she somewhat, yes.
Okay.
And but we did have she gave us a review, and now that was the best thing about this film, because it is a mental health awareness film, and it is putting like a human touch on mental illness. And so what I wanted to do, and also what Shawn wanted to do, we want to reach out to therapists to let them view the film first. Okay. And I think it's important to know that Swanita McDonald, she's a director over at Lakeview. I've been knowing her for years, and she's something like a mentor to me. And we hired her to be the mental health consultant to make sure everything was straight. Right. So we had therapists over at the University of Rutgers, Jacksonville University, Dr. Latanya.
People.
And they all viewed it, and we have not had one bad review yet. We cannot wait for the public to see this film.
This is going to be absolutely great because it's clinical, and you're talking about in this movie. You got the partners, well, the actors who are playing different parts on dealing with mental health. And now, when I say mental health, we've talked about this. I'm always reading on what you do with that. But with the fact that when Yabui came to you and said, okay, we need to do something, and you came up with this to fight what? This to bring awareness to mental health and with the drug deals and the things that affect us in our community, right?
Yes, ma'am. And so, you know, like if someone just says like, you know, because I am diagnosed with bipolar too. But when people hear that, they're like, oh, stay away from him, he's crazy. We put the human touch on what bipolar really is. Right. And so much so that where the actors was like, wow, I think I'm going to go get an evaluation. We heard that a lot throughout the film.
Really?
Yeah. And
can I tell you something though? When he was on here last time, he said, Sonshine, I think everybody's got a little mental problem. We need to go. I said, I think I need to go get it checked. Go ahead, Shawn.
No, I'm just saying, a lot of people, it just opens a conversation. You know, it doesn't. It's not a taboo subject. After you watch this, you don't feel like it's a taboo subject anymore. Right. Just opens a conversation. It's a conversation starter for mental health. That's been a lot of the reviews of it. It's just, maybe I need to go get an evaluation. Exactly. It's not something that's, like I said, taboo.
Exactly, because some people would say, oh, I don't want to talk to her no more because she's crazy. Right. That's the word that you hear. Oh, if she's got this, then she's crazy. And do you think that might be because of the lack of knowledge that we have, that so many people that's dealing with mental health that causes some of the things that you were talking about before with the suicide and everything that's going on in our city?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. And that's what this film is aimed to do. I think it's a heavy stigma in they call it BIPOC, but in the black community and in the young generation.
They call it what?
BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, People of Color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I learned me another one.
So it's a heavy stigma in that and in the youth. You know, really? Yeah, it's a heavy stigma with the mental illness. So what this is, it's a very light-hearted, educational, heavy but very funny film. I mean, like, so it's a little bit of everything. So a lot of people, the reviews we've gotten, they thinking they're about to sit down and watch something heavy, they're preparing mentally, and it's a whole nother ride.
Did I see a video in there? Weren't you rapping or something? Didn't I see something? What was that? What did I see?
Oh, in the film? No, I ain't rapping.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
No, but that is, you know.
Okay, I saw something where somebody was rapping.
Yeah, I did do. Okay, so here's the thing. Funny you said, you know, suicide, because I was, you know, battling with that. And so I released a song, and Yabui directed it, and it was called The Pressure Freestyle. And I was talking about, this was like at the top of the year, I was talking about, even though I'm a mental health person, a mental health professional, I had my battle with suicide at the top of the year. So I did a song about it. Yabui shot the video, and it won Best Social something. I forgot the award. It won that in Canada, and then it just got accepted into the Hip Hop Film Festival at Showtime at the Apollo. That's the theater. That's going to be.
Go on there.
So we're planning to go to New York right after the red carpet premiere, because
that's coming up on August 3rd.
Yes.
Okay, you
So,
want to buy another ticket?
Ma'am.
I'll go with you.
Oh,
I just
you
kidding.
want to go
No.
to New York? Come on, I'm saying, come on. And then, you know, we could bring the camera crew, everybody.
Hello, we're
Let's
going
go.
to New York City.
He said MC Light's going to be there
Yeah,
too, right?
MC Light
So-
will be, she will be given the Lifetime Achievement Award. They always do something really, really big. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of mental health stuff and it's been critically acclaimed, but this one right here, big things gonna come from this. I guarantee it. It's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes we can't talk about right now.
Of course.
But you know, cause to be honest, we just was like, we want to do something that has never been done when it comes to mental health, and we definitely and I thank Yabui because he really brought it to life.
He's so talented because when I met Yabui through, like I said, Ara. And remember the time you came to the studio and did that commercial for me? He cut a commercial for me right in the studio. I mean, doop, doop, doop. I'm done. Then I saw it was like, boom. You know what I'm saying? He is so talented.
Definitely.
But to see the two of you all put something together that's so beneficial for the community, people may think that when you hear me talking about mental health, and I talk about it a lot because I'm learning so much that I didn't know. I'm learning so much because I got to put myself in that category, just like you were saying. People say, oh, that's crazy. Oh, if you got bipolar, that's crazy. If you are saying you got mental health, that means you're crazy. I have been educated on a lot. And I want people to get out of that mental process and get help. Listen to this. Let's say if a parent with their children, you know how parents don't want to say my child got these problems, and the child is suffering with something like that. How can they get help? I mean, do we sometimes have to educate the parents too to make sure?
I don't think so, because when the rubber hits the road, you know, when it's somebody else's child, they may have a strong opinion, but when it's in their house, I just made a house call last week. I don't want to speak too much on it, but I had to make a house call. So, you know, like when it's time for, you know, it's always that thing where even when we do those stop the violence things, you know, people don't get involved until their child is murdered.
Right.
You know, and nothing is wrong with that, I would say, but it's also the same thing with mental illness. You know, a lot of people don't believe in it until they see that their child is not who their child was 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
And then now they want to get the help, and you know, so yeah, I think the main problem is finding the help in Escambia County.
Gotcha.
That is the difficult uphill battle.
You think this movie going to do a lot to point people to make sure they get that help they need, Shawn? What about?
Yeah, yes. Like I said before, it's going to just be a conversation starter. We just want you to start talking about it.
Right.
And this is what that will do.
Absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about you. You do a lot of that stuff because I know you be everywhere, on the planes and right here in Pensacola, everywhere doing everything. I mean, tell us a little bit about Shawn so everybody can get to know Mr. Shawn Yabui. He's going to get the Academy Award.
No, I mean, first of all, I love God, love my kids, love my wife, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
What's up, Brandy?
Hey, Brandy.
And she works with kids too as well in Pensacola, tries to rehab them. But yeah, I mean, I'm boring.
No, you're not boring.
No, but all I do is work, shoot, edit, you know, try to collaborate with great writers like him, like Jermaine.
Right. You do so much good work, honey.
But I just, you know,
He's so modest.
He is. He
is so modest.
And the easiest to work with. I've worked with some people I was like, never again. But it's just a joy working with you, boy. And he's so fast. He do stuff. Boop, 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 boop.
And it's tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's like, boop, 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 it's done. Do you want this out? Boom. Take it, fix it again. But I mean, with the movie that you all have put together, I know that you all have tickets and everything now because where's this going to be shown at first? Let's give it the whole 9 yards so nobody will miss out on when this premiere is coming up on August the 3rd, where it is, how they can be a part of its clinical.
Okay, so it's going to be August the 3rd at 4:30 at the 850 Event Center. We're going to be screening the Depression Freestyle that won all the awards that we talked about earlier. We also made a short film called Across in Time, which is really good. It's a 5-minute short film, and that's got accepted into 2 film festivals this year. We're going to screen that, and then we're going to screen we call it a short film because the film is 30 minutes. We're going to show it's clinical. Now, there's going to be mental health vendors there as well.
Okay.
Everybody's going to be there from, there's the Suicide Coalition, Lakeview, Department of Health. We just got a long list of people. So if people watch this film and they want to find the help or the best way to get the help, it's going to be a room set up where they're all going to be lined up waiting for them.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, guys, this is so important. This is so filled with so much information. I mean, man, it's unbelievable the things that you guys have put together. Don't go anywhere. Now, if you've got questions, want to be a part of this conversation, 850-432-7768. You can call or text because we're not done yet. Got more information coming to you right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services is a one-stop shop because you can come get your windshield replaced, and right behind that replacement at the same appointment, we will calibrate the cameras, and when you leave, everything's ready to go. There's no need to go to the dealership, or there's no need to come back for another appointment. We just take care of it at one time. We put the customer first, and we strive to do everything right the first time.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services, your one-stop shop with same-day service.
There are many reasons someone may need in-home care, whether it may be respite care, them recovering from surgery, or having a chronic condition. Having someone dedicated and reliable is imperative. Supplemental Support Care Services was created to provide to those who are in need with quality care that they deserve in the home. Taking it a step further, our main goal is to ensure that Supplemental Support Care Services is where the love and care is top priority.
She laughing. Listen, guys, I really, I can't get over this of what you all are doing. I mean, the fact that you have created this movie, and you said something about a short something you're gonna do beforehand. What was that first thing?
Oh, okay, so this is not our first time producing something. We produced, along with Bobby Booker, a short film called Across in Time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So that is about a man named Simon who grew up in the church, and but his mom died, so he got into the street life, and he was running from the police, and he happened to fall into a wormhole and went back in time to the time of Jesus, and he ended up being Simon that helped Jesus carry the cross and change time for us. So it's called Across in Time.
Starring Boneface and Johnson?
Yeah, starring Boneface. Yeah.
My tattoo man.
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you for saying that.
Hey, Boneface. Really? So he's the one that's gonna fall in the wormhole? Mm-hmm. That's cute, in the wormhole.
That's for the. I'm a nerd, so I can say this. For nerds,
of course I know you are.
For nerds, that's a common term. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, child, take me down that hole. But look, the event is coming up on the 3rd. How can people get tickets to support this?
You can go on Eventbrite to book your ticket, or you can just contact Jermaine or myself directly and get your tickets.
Well, let me ask you something. Could I give why don't we invite somebody to get a pair of tickets here today? Maybe 2 pair of tickets. 2 people to get a pair of tickets to come and see this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You sure you don't mind?
That sounds great. That sounds great.
That sounds great.
Yes,
so what, Jen, what time do you think we ought to do that? We're going to give away a pair of tickets. 2 pair of tickets. Okay, we'll do that about 9:40, okay? You see, I got somebody, I'm just thinking, But But I think about this. Okay, we're talking. I want to roll back to somebody else because you said something we didn't get a chance to say much about with LD, his son,
Mm-hmm.
and then today is Roy's son's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You did a lot with LD, the both of you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about that, because LD, I've been knowing. LD gave me a pair of shoes one time. He's come play basketball like I could play. You know, you and LD.
You can start now.
I used to do music videos for LD, some of LD's artists, and then along that time, it just he wanted me to do some work for his son LD at Pine Forest. Star quarterback over there, and I just started filming, and then just obtained a lot of information, footage of him playing behind the scenes. We had him star in a music video, so yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then I always been locked with LD because he does a lot of real estate, a lot of community work, and he's always had me at his events and different things to film, like all of his process and all of his events and everything.
So listen at this. If you're looking for somebody who can do some excellent work on videos or whatever you need to do, this the man right here. See right there?
Absolutely.
That's the man right there.
Absolutely.
That's the man you need to get in touch with. And I'm telling you, he is absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And I still got my commercials. And I mean, but with Roy as well, I just want to do this right now from my heart, and for the fact that with LD, how I go back with him as well, and with Roy, my heart and my prayers are with you. And I know that times like these are tough, but to God be all the glory. He said that he would not gonna put any more on you than you can bear. And I know right now it may not seem that way, but it will. God will take you through it. And we're just praying for those families who are going through that today.
Absolutely.
And the ones that we don't even know about.
Absolutely. And I think it's a very interesting story with me and LD, and it should speak volumes to everyone, especially the youth in the city, because when I was young in the streets, LD was young in the streets, we were mortal enemies. Like we tried to kill each other.
You and LD?
Oh yeah, his
Look
family.
at Shawn laughing. Me too, Shawn. I can't see that.
Really, I mean, literally, we really was trying to kill each other, and we have survived that, got close, and now we're like brothers and family. We actually are planning to go to different neighborhoods to tell our stories, and to talk about how, what happened between us. We can't even remember why we didn't like each other. And it was bad. I mean, I don't want to start talking about it. I'll tell you more off air, but it was bad how much we were going at each other.
Get out of here.
But we survived it and became close, and now we're like brothers, and nothing can't separate us now. And so we want to go into different neighborhoods and tell that story, so hopefully it can curb some of the gun violence with the youth.
Absolutely, it's a lot. And with you as well, Shawn, I think you are such an example as well with the rest of the guys that you all work together. I want to say to all of you, the way that you all work together, and I see the goal that you're trying to do, and I see as it's growing, it's getting better and better and helping the community. My hat's off to you. That you can come together, put your talents together, compile that and save others. I think that's absolutely phenomenal.
Thanks.
And I look at your kids right there, and I mean, just look at them. Y'all can't see them, we can, but we got a live audience today. But I'm just saying that speaks volume. So what's rolling off you is rolling on them. So they can spread it in their, with the young people that they're around to make a difference as well.
Absolutely.
And I hope that place is jam-packed with nothing but people to bring their kids to see the movie coming up on August the 3rd.
I hope so too. It's a lot of cussing in the film, but you know what though?
What says a lot of what?
It's a lot of cussing, but from what I seen on the award show last night, that shouldn't be.
Isn't that something?
That should be a problem because, and we're not cussing just for the sake of it.
Right, you're making a point with the movie.
Mental illness is uncensored. It's not nice, it's not, greeting cards, So we want to be authentic as possible.
Right.
But at the same time, though, the film it's truly amazing. I don't like to talk about projects I'm a part of like that, but
do it anyway.
That's the only word I can use to describe it. It's really good.
Do it anyway.
Really, really good. And Dr. Summers, LaTanya Summers, she's the founder of the Black Mental Health Symposium and a professor at Jacksonville University. She raved about it. And
Really?
and it just really, that made me feel really good because she's a powerhouse in the mental health world. And also Dr. Stacy at Rutgers University was another one that raved about it.
At where?
Rutgers University. She's over the Student Wellness Center in that department in Camden, New Jersey. And she absolutely loved it. She wrote me a long email, that long. And
Well, listen to this. Have you ever thought about this? I'm just thinking about this too. Look at the things you say you went through,
yes, ma'am.
where you were. I think sometimes God allows things. So at the end, because He's got a purpose, even though the things that you've gone through, look how I look at how even the connection of you two. I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm watching, but I'm looking how He's connecting the dots throughout the years. And look at you today. Think about what you just said, what you were when you were in LD.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look at today. Look at what you say, how you and he met. Let's do this. Look at it today.
Yes, ma'am.
I think there's always a plan. We just got to follow the roadmap.
Yes,
You know what
ma'am.
I'm saying? And take the I out of the equation and let Him be the one who leads.
I smiled so hard when you said that. I just had that conversation with somebody yesterday. They was talking about how embarrassed they were of their past, but they're doing so well. And I told them, like, you know, somebody that doesn't have a past like yours, how they're going to connect to those who has a past.
Right.
Who has a current like your past.
Exactly.
You know, but yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, the things that me and Yabui has been able to do in a short amount of time, and we got a lot more coming.
I believe it.
We got a lot
I
more
believe.
coming.
I didn't know Shawn was that quiet. I'm having to pull it out.
Oh, yeah. Unless I'm on set or we're editing or something, yeah, I'm really.
He just sitting there smiling, saying, "Yeah, right."
I'm an introvert, so you know. So.
Yeah, and I on you know, as
On the set, it's totally different.
As a director, oh yeah, he's very different because I'm a jokester. I like to clown, and me and the actors were clowning, and your boy's like, hey, you know, he's not like this.
How many people are in this movie? Approximately?
About 12.
Yep.
Okay.
About 12.
Mm-hmm. Small cast, very good cast.
Local?
All local.
Okay.
All local, and they did amazing. Because I starred in it. That was my first time acting. I've never acted before.
Cut. Just kidding.
Exactly. And but no, I never acted before, but because I wrote it about myself pretty much. I put a lot of myself into it. I won't say it's based on my life, but a lot of it I put into it. And I just didn't trust nobody else with it.
Wow.
And because it's mental illness, I didn't want it over portrayed, and I didn't want it under portrayed. You know?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. I want you to really encourage these young men who are out doing these great things in the community. I want you to take the time to encourage them. Call them up and let them know just how much you are appreciative of them working together, times as they are such as these, and to put together something that's going to benefit the entire community, showing it from a real life standpoint. 850-432-7768. I believe in giving people flowers while they're here. I believe in letting people know just how appreciative and how much we greatly, greatly appreciate the time, the effort, and it's not cheap. Ain't nothing in this world free. That you got to put monies in this to make these things happen. Now it's coming up on August 3rd that you can be a part of it. I want you to get your tickets, eventbrite.com. You go and just key in clinical. I guarantee you to come up. It's clinical. It'll pop up. Buy your tickets and be there and support this. There it is right there.
Yes, ma'am.
You see right there? He's smiling.
It's good to see the poster.
Yeah, but that's good. You see, that's all good stuff. And we're going to give away some tickets here in just a minute. But I want to continue to talk about with the people that you have in the movie. Have they had some life struggles themselves? Any of them?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
all of them. He was all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Because we did a small screening for the cast and crew,
right,
so they could see it before everyone else.
Oh, really? How did they feel?
Oh, they were blown away.
Yeah.
Because you know when you're doing these, especially with most of the actors, they do their part and they leave. They don't know much about the script. They don't know much what's going on. And when they seen it all put together, like they all stood up and clapped. And then we had and it was not planned, but one of the people were like, I think I might want to go get an evaluation because I do that. And you know, then it just start going, and next thing I know, we were there talking about it longer than the runtime of the film. You know, talking about, you know, mental illness, and that's what we wanted.
Absolutely.
And if it starts in-house with the actors and the crew, it gives us great hope of what it's going to do.
The effect that what everybody else sees,
right.
that they will take that on and get that out of that stigma.
Right, yes ma'am.
And
look at you, okay.
And go on and do what's really, you know, to help everybody in the family.
Right.
I'm going to go get tested because I think I need some help.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, I don't want to say test it because ain't nothing,
What do I say, get screened?
Get an evaluation.
Okay, I'd go get my evaluation.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Because, you know, when people say test it, it just seems like, you know, you're in the negative if something comes back, you know.
Ah, get it. Oh, educate me. I'm getting my word right.
Because, you know, a lot has changed. You know, like Swanita was on us, Miss McDonald, Swanita. We kept saying, you know, client, patient. And she was like, no, let's call it the person served.
The what? Person served?
The person served. Because client, patient sounds, you know, all these things keep people away.
Ah, okay.
And so when you make a stigma, and it adds on to the stigma, so when you make it inviting, you know, because even committing suicide, that's a big no-no. It's always died by suicide, or, you know, because you commit a sin. So to have that person in a negative light that has passed on because of struggles that they had, they died by suicide, they didn't commit it.
Oh my goodness. You see, guys, it's all in the way what I'm realizing. Words have power. And it's the way that you use those words can be beneficial or cause a person to look at it in a totally different way. We're learning something every day by these screenwriters, by these producers, how in this film, how it's going to be so beneficial to everybody. We're going to come back and give away some tickets so you can go out and see this screenplay so that you will know what you need to do. Stay close, right here, Sunshine's Corner. Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel, for all of your menwear needs.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with a powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m. Hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Go back to being a kid again. Head on over to Bubba's Sweet Spot. We've got house-made caramels, fudge, pralines, marshmallows, and lots and lots and lots and lots of chocolate. Looking for more traditional candy? We've got you. Our walls are covered head to toe in all the classics, from taffy to gummies and lollipops to gumballs. And don't forget our ice cream. With endless toppings and dipped cones, we've got what you're craving. Let us take you back to a time when every problem could be solved with candy. At Bubba's Sweet Spot.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner. Of course, you know this is the hottest spot in Pensacola where we talk about things that sometimes difficult, but this is the place you can feel safe to talk about anything. We are talking about It's Clinical. That's coming up. They smile. Look at that simultaneously. Coming up on August 3rd, you got the screenplay that's going to be there at 850 Event Center. Everybody's talking about this. We're going to give away tickets, okay?
Okay.
We're going to give away 2 pair. So that's people, that's one person get 2. Okay, so I tell you what, if you call 850-432-7768, you can get your tickets now. Call to win, 850-432-7768. And do it now if you want to win a pair of tickets. As they're calling, Jen's going to let us know who won those tickets, okay? But this is something that's coming up. The August the 3rd is on a what, Saturday?
Yes, ma'am.
That's on a Saturday afternoon. So look, you can get the family together. Go get your tickets first at eventbrite.com and get your tickets to come out and see this screenplay that is absolutely beneficial for the entire community, myself inclusive. I want you and you to know, keep writing, keep producing, because look, when I see you on the Grammys, don't forget about me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, hey, Sonshine, remember that
day? Well, we'll come back here. We'll put the statue right
there.
There
you go. And I'm going to say,
be the first stop.
But I do that with all laughter because I think this is so good, because mental health now, that what we're talking about is more prevalent, I think, because of the things and how it's being seen, portrayed. That makes it okay to talk about it, forget the stigma, and know the facts, and get help to help our community. Because like we said, we don't want to talk about suicide or the things how they are, because it's really happening. But how can we reach? And maybe even with persons watching this film that's coming up on the 3rd can help somebody, that may even prevent something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because right now, the way so many things that I hear and read about, it's unbelievable how it's happening. And I believe such a time, God always have a plan. And for everything that's reached out to do, I think he gives us that talent to use. The talent that you have and the talent that you have, nobody else has that. So he chose the ones he wanted to put together so it can be seen. Come on, somebody.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't make me get started. And I mean, but it's such a wonderful thing that you're doing. And I love the fact how you have your kids and they are already into this. They know what it is because they're watching you produce this. And as you go, that's teaching them a valuable lesson.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
And with you, I don't know what to say about you. I mean, when you were writing this film, though, you all collaborated on the script, or just you by yourself?
No, he just went with it.
But then when we got there, we collaborated a lot. So it's like, to me, and this is how I like to work, and it really worked well with Yabui, is I just wrote like what I wanted to get across, how I seen the scenes going, and what was important to be said. But we allowed the actors to ad-lib a little bit.
Okay.
And then Yabui...
For some of their experiences?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then Yabui added on, this would be good if, and so it's not like, I wrote the shell, but everyone else helped take that to
fill in that shell.
Yeah. Yes,
for the
ma'am.
parts that made it more natural?
Yes, ma'am. Because you have some screenwriters that says they don't like their stuff ad-lib.
Right.
Say exactly what's on that paper.
Right.
And I'm not that kind of a guy, because sometimes somebody's going to say something better than what I wrote.
Oh, come on. Now, that's a great minds come together.
Yes, ma'am. As long as the message is still the same that we're trying to get out, say it how you think it's better. And your boy is the kind of director, he'll say what's on the script. Oh, yeah, keep that. Or, so when everyone is working together, and I love the fact that week we shot, there was no egos on that set.
Thank you for saying that.
And that's what.
Oh, no, one second. Shout out to Jennifer Butler.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you. She's going to kill me. Thank you, Jennifer. We love you. We love you. We couldn't have done it without Jennifer. Definitely.
Okay, so she's a
producer.
Hey, Jennifer. No, but I say this because when you say that, because sometimes people allow the ego, which should be way out the door. When you're doing something that's going to be beneficial to the community, take the I out of the equation is us. And I see that's what you guys have done, and I cannot commend you enough. What also I think this film is going to do, even with the fact of when we're yet talking about mental health, it's showing so many areas in this movie about mental health. It's clinical. I like how you turned that around, made that something more inviting to say, oh, not just that. Just like you were correcting me on some words, it's all about the use of the words and how you use them. What am I saying here? People that may be sitting listening to us today, I want you to realize something. Come out of the stigma attitude. Oh no, it's not going to happen to me. It's not in my family. Come out and support this film. Support this for what two young men have come together with people that's in our community, have put together to be beneficial to all families, not just one. to be beneficial. So I encourage you, get your tickets to support this, because I want that place to be so filled. It's gonna be like in a sardine can.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's such a message here that's being conveyed that needs to be heard, and young, old, in the middle need to see it.
Absolutely. I mean, because the opening shot is, you know, the character explaining all these diagnoses that he's trying to manage, and he said the key word to start the film, you know, I thought I was going crazy, but now I'm starting to realize through therapy, it's just clinical. And it's not, and that's just really important to me, because it's not crazy, it's not losing my mind, it's just clinical, meaning it's a science behind it. And when there's a science involved, there's a way to manage it.
Absolutely. How do you feel about the song? He's just saying, yeah. He'll smile for me. Yeah. You know, I know I'm pulling it out. I want him to talk to me like he talked to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even with all of these things that's happening, now that you all have produced the film, Shawn, I'm going straight to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see how this, or have you run into people that's talking to you about it, and do you see that in the community now? Do you understand what I'm trying to ask?
Just like all the things that are happening in the movie, are they happening in the community?
Yes.
Oh yes, because you know, I've done a lot of music videos in the community,
right?
And I've encountered lots of that where, you know, gentlemen don't have any fathers, or they just grow up in these houses. When you go to their house, there's nothing in the house, and yeah, I mean, I could just imagine what they go through every day just to live, just to eat, just to get up. And then they have a dream of becoming a music artist, and they want to do music, you know. So yeah, I see it all the time. I mean, I from all facets, from the lowest to, you know, the highest. I just I see what everybody's going through, just all the hurt. Yeah, and then just I mean,
it's getting emotional. I can tell it. It's got to be deep to see that, to walk into a home and see that.
Oh, definitely.
Do you see it in a lot of the homes? I noticed you said where there's no fathers there. Do you see that a lot?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is it the effect, from the both of you can answer this, is it the lack of that family dynamic, you think?
That goes into it, yeah. Because again, you know, I think we talked about it last time, you know, Sheriff Simmons and her son and the lady was here. I talked about the ACEs scores, Advanced Childhood, I'm not great with acronyms, but if you Google ACEs scores, and it talks about your childhood upbringing, and it gives you a score, and it gives you a range on how likely you are for mental illness. And you can just Google it and take it yourself.
ACEs.
ACEs. And it's an acronym, Advanced Childhood Effect. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll find it.
Yes, it's ACES.
I got that. I'm gonna look that up, see where I range in it.
Yeah, and so, but if you see some of the questions they're asking you, it's all about your upbringing, your childhood, and, you know, those kind of things. And people, the have-nots, you know, when you start talking about poverty and all those things, high risk, you know. I remember
with mental illness?
Yes, ma'am. I remember one of the questions, not just mental illness, addiction, it just ACEs scores factor into so much. And so one of the questions is, have you experienced violence as a child? And then they get specific with domestic violence. And, you know, can you imagine being out in some of the, you know, like Truman Arms or something like that, you know, have you experienced violence? They're gonna be like, which one?
Yeah, and shooting these videos, that's an everyday thing. That's not, that doesn't mean bad eye. Things like, like he's talking about, like battered spouse, domestic abuse, no fathers in the home, this all the stuff like that is just every day. Like, it's prevalent. Yes.
And right now we're experiencing one of the biggest epidemics. You know, everyone talks about the crack epidemic as, you know, a standard of how bad things can get. But right now we're going through the opioid epidemic, and then you know, when you talk about that, then you got to talk about the fentanyl and the press pills, and this is bad. It's bad, and we're living in a epidemic right now, the likes that we haven't seen, and you can compare it to what Reagan went through with the crack epidemic, because it just exploded on the scene, and everybody's like, crack, what is this, you know? And, you know, they're starting to get a range on this opioid thing, But right when they start to get their hands on it, then boom, you got people mixing the fentanyl with the horse tranquilizer that eat your flesh, and that's a whole nother thing. So
every time you say that, something goes through me about that horse tranquilizer. That sends chills through me. My God. But listen to this, everybody. I don't know whether Jen has given away all the tickets or not, but look, if you did not get your tickets yet, okay, we need another caller. Come get your tickets now at 850-432-7768. We're going to come back and talk more about It's Clinical with the producer and the writer right here on Sunshine's Corner.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quince Dieter, and I am Blab TV.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town, that is Sunshine's Corner here. We are certainly being educated today about the film that's going to be previewed coming up on August the 3rd. And I'm so pleased I'm so glad you guys came in so we can give away tickets. So look, you didn't get your tickets, get it now. Call me now. I got one more pair, 850-432-7768. Call those and get those tickets now. But let's go back and talk about one thing, because we only got a few more minutes left. I mean, when you're talking about something good, the time just seems to go by so fast.
Always.
I could sit here and talk to you guys all day, because I'm learning something that's so valuable that the community need to be just as hyped as I am to get this information. And here it is, a way that they put it in film so that you can really see it and grasp onto it. I don't know why I keep hearing in my head, people are still saying, oh, not me. You know, I don't know why that keeps going through my head. Not me. Come out of that stigmatized mind thinking and make sure you come out and support this film and find out things that's going to be beneficial to you. Never say what won't happen to your family. Never say that's not me. Never say it's not going to happen to me. Not my kids. Wrong answer.
Absolutely.
Wrong answer. You don't know that could happen to anybody. Absolutely. Because if you don't know what's out there in the world today, you don't know. You can raise your children and raise your children, but they're going to get out there and try something. You don't know what it is. We don't want them to get out there to get caught up. But you were talking about something that they have to do now to prevent it. What do you call those strips?
Oh, fentanyl test strips.
Yeah, fentanyl. That stuff is monstrous.
Yeah, and I found out after when you had the round table that Lakeview does for certain have some.
Oh, really?
They do. So that I urge everybody to get them, because even if you smoke marijuana and you're getting it off the street, test a little bit to make sure ain't no fentanyl in there. I had a guy tell me, an older gentleman too, he said he went to a doctor's office for a checkup, and the doctor came in and said, how long have you been doing fentanyl? And he said, I just smoked marijuana. And he was like, that's not what your urine says.
What?
Mm-hmm. So.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am. It's you know.
So let me put it like this. Something else just popped in my head. Don't just think that it's young people doing drugs. Don't just think that it's young people out there smoking marijuana. Don't just think that, because there's some old people out there, let's say mature people out there doing it too. You know?
The Woodstock generation just got older. That's all.
That's come on now. And I mean, come on, don't just because this gentleman went to the doctor, thought he was just getting high. Because some people think that some people hooked onto it, they just can't. They have to have it every day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know, they gotta have that. I can't think if it was me, because when I walk past a group, somebody goes, "Oh, jeez, I just got a contact." I mean, but it's so strong.
And I think what makes the opioid epidemic a little bit worse than the crack epidemic, when people didn't have crack, they wanted it bad. With opioids, if you don't have it, you get physically sick. You get dope sick. And
when you say dope sick,
throwing up, like when they say when you get
like you're going through rejections?
Withdrawals, yes.
I mean withdrawals?
Which if you don't do it in the correct way and go to detox, you can die. And so that's just one of those things to where, like, if they don't have it, it's bad. It's bad. Like, it's just really bad. I don't even want to start talking about some of the symptoms and what they're feeling. And so it's
this is opioids, right?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Please, my dear people, this is all going to be shown in this film. Things like this, right?
Right. This film is, I believe, really, and I'm not saying local, whatever. This is one of the most important films to come out this year. We had a industry insider that said we showed him the film, and he works in television, and he said, I've never seen this done before. What you guys were able to put together, I've never done.
Don't forget your award.
So when he wrote back, we first high-fived each other twice. But that's what we were trying to do. We talked about a very difficult topic. We made it fun, light, funny, and kind of make you want to cry.
My Lord.
All in 30 minutes.
My Lord.
More laughs than anything, I think.
Yeah, lots of laughs.
Lots of laughs. But, you got to approach this topic in an entertaining way. Everybody have seen all the heavies. Nobody wants to get dressed up and come and wear, put on your best Sunday outfit to walk the red carpet to shed tears. No, it's a really entertaining film. It's more.
You're going to have it like,
it's more of a
you're going to go
comedy.
like the red carpet. We're going to walk in.
So
you want to dress up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So, okay, this is not no jeans and tennis shoes, unless you're going to have on your suit with your tennis shoes. But you want people to come just like you see on TV.
It's going to be a for real red carpet. We're going to have performances like singing while the red carpet is going on.
Really?
This is going to be pretty.
And some spoken word as well.
Spoken word. Yeah. And it's going to have a couple of screens. It's going to have the cast up there talking, vendors, food, all kind of stuff. It's going to be cool.
This is going to be
cool.
just like you see on BET.
Yes. And whoever won the tickets, please come and tell us. Come introduce yourself.
Please, that's right. Now, the one, look, I'm just stuttering now because I'm thinking about the red carpet. What dress I got to get? Listen at this now, guys. Those who won the tickets today, please, we want to make sure that you are introduced to these two gentlemen right here, Mr. Shawn Yabui and Mr. Jermaine Williams. I mean, because they have done some phenomenal work and yet doing phenomenal work.
Thank you.
And I want to say this because I called you guys on the cuff because I had a cancellation last night. And I was sitting there thinking, and of course you popped in my head. And then the fact that you all said, oh yeah, we'll be there for you in the morning because I want to talk about what you got going on. And then as you can see now, we're going to have your commercial on TV running. And thank you, Doug. But this is some important information that we're getting out to the community. And I can't say thank you enough. It's in our wrap-up moments now. Believe it or not, the hour's over.
That's crazy.
And before we wrap, we're coming out with a more long-form content. It's clinical podcast. We'll be starting to shoot this week. So we're going to bring in therapists. So if you want to just go more in depth with diagnoses and what's in the film, that production starts this week as well.
And then we get to turn the tables, and we're going to invite you last minute.
Okay, I'm ready. Your baby laughing at me. Okay, both of them laughing because I said it so quick. But no, I mean, that's going to start when? This podcast.
week.
This week with the production, and then we'll release everything.
Oh, wonderful.
This is just the beginning of everything. We have more mental health films. We have we're planning one called PTSD, and it's a horror mental health film.
Horror?
Yeah, it's good.
Kind of like Get Out.
Kind of like Get Out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a good movie.
Yeah, great movie.
And then, but we're gonna do the podcast. We got so many things that we want to do because we're starting to see if we approach. Because like, hey, a lot of people going to Lakeview is one thing, this, that, but everyone doesn't take the same route to get wellness. And if they want to take our route, we want to have our route available. We don't care how you get well.
But just come and get well,
whether you choose us or not, but we'll be here in the content that we're providing.
Absolutely. I can't thank you guys enough. Look, that's happening on August the 3rd.
August the 3rd at 4:30.
4:30.
850 Event Center.
850 Event Center.
Shout out Bill Marshall.
Hey, what up, Bill? You know. He gonna go, Sonshine, stop it. You know. But no, I love what you're doing because it's going to help so many people, and I just know this because of what we're going through now, and the fact that you can be so open to put this out, even with the actors that's in the show, to put this out, to let that inside what they don't use to share with people, to help somebody, to save somebody. Because exactly what it's going to do.
Yes,
and I believe on the inside of me, because I'm a very believing woman, that God, this is just the beginning. He's going to take you so much further. Just be open to be that vessel that he can use to save somebody else.
Yes,
you know,
thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we appreciate you for having us.
Oh, look, didn't I tell you you're going to be here a lot?
You sure did.
Now, Shawn, look, don't you, I'm going to be calling on you too.
I sit here like a statue.
There you go. And I tell you, everybody, please make sure that you go to eventbrite.com, get your tickets today. Key in is clinical. Get your tickets for August the 3rd and make sure you support. Now, it's time for us to get out of here for this Monday, but as always, it's been a fantastic day. More information. I'll leave you as I do every day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first in whatever you do, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for another day of nothing but information and love, right here with your Sonshine and Sonshine's Corner, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Tell somebody to tell somebody that I love you. Until tomorrow morning, keep shining while I'm gone. Thank you guys for coming by. Bye for now.